Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today we're going to be reviewing Action Arcade Wrestling. It is developed by Vigo Game Studio and published by Reverb Publishing. This is $14.99 on Xbox, and it is an ID at Xbox title. This is a sports wrestling game. So basically, this is a arcade-like retro wrestling game that you would recognize, back in the 90s or 2000s. And in this particular game, you have lots of different game modes. Like you can have tag teams, or three-way matches, or four-way matches, or elimination matches, or battle royales, or even just one versus one. There's a bunch of different wrestlers that are available for you to choose from, and you can also custom make wrestlers that you want to use. All right. So as for the gameplay itself, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm not very good at these kind of games, and because I really don't know much about wrestling. But I will say that the controls were pretty easy to kind of pick up and play. There's a pretty nice little tutorial that kind of is going to run through all the different requirements that you need to know in order to make the game playable for you. While I didn't score a ton of points when I was winning, I still was able to even win on hard difficulty for one of the achievements, and I didn't find it too terribly difficult despite the fact that I didn't really know what I was doing. So there is probably an ease to the game when it comes to the difficulty of the controls as a whole. And to me, that's actually probably a good thing because this is going to be more uh, equitable for somebody that's a novice in these type of games to actually just pick up and play. However, it does, you do have to kind of play with it to try to see what works and things of that nature. But overall, there's a crap ton of different animations and stuff too that your characters can use. Um, there are a couple little like glitchy things that I kind of was confused by and couldn't quite figure out why those didn't work the way you wanted them to. But overall, I don't think it's put together too terribly. It seems like it works pretty much as they are intended. However, you will see in the video here that I missed the punches on a lot of occasions. But again, I was still able to get wins and things without too much trouble. So, as for the graphics in the game, it's definitely like a cartoony, style of graphics. And it fits for what the game is. It's just like the type of game that you would play in an arcade machine, in a Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. So, um, the let me get into the achievements, and they aren't too terribly difficult, except they are kind of grindy because you have to get to level 50 with your character. Everything else is actually really simple, like just winning a battle royale, beating a match on hard difficulty, leveling up one time, and completing a match and completing the tutorials. And each achievement in this game is worth 100 points, so it's not going to take you too long to get that first 500. But getting the level achievements later in the game is going to take you some time. So just keep that in mind. I think if you get really good at the game, you might be able to get this done in 2 or 3 hours. But if you're not, like me, it's probably going to take you quite a bit longer. Um, Overall, I'm going to give the game a 6.5 out of 10. Basically, the price I think is a little too high for what this is. I feel like this should have been a $5 or $10 game. Not because the quality is not there, but because it's a pretty simple game. Yeah, it does have a lot of modes, and it does have a lot of animations and everything else like that, but it's not very deep from that perspective. Like, there's no career, there's no, it's just very arcadey. It's the kind of game that you want to, throw your quarters in and beat up your friends with. So, um, overall, that's pretty much what I have for this one. So if you do pick it up, let us know in the comments what you think, and have a nice day.